Hi, third, fourth, and fifth grade leaders. We're preparing for December 8th in our new series called Nativity Scene. In this series, we're going to be looking at the Christmas story from a few different viewing points. This week, we're going to continue our look at what we've learned from the prophets so far by focusing on Isaiah and Micah and the specifics that they gave God's people hundreds of years before Jesus was actually born. That he was going to be born in Bethlehem to Mary, and all of the, let me see if I can highlight all the specifics. That a virgin would conceive and have a son. And then Isaiah goes on to give us a picture of all of these words that is going to describe who Jesus is. And his name will be Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Eternal Father, Prince of Peace. Just in case we thought it was just a baby, this baby was also known as Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Eternal Father, Prince of Peace. And then Isaiah's third message reminds us of Jesus's family. And because of Jesus's family through David, that there's power in knowing that God sent this baby at this time, at this place. And then Micah tells us that it would be in Bethlehem. So, and then our next lesson, we're going to be focusing on the manger and the humble beginnings of the manger. And then the last week, we'll be looking at it from the standpoint of the wise guys and what we can learn from what they saw when they were seeking Jesus. Now, in our whole series, we're going to be looking at the star and kind of using the word picture of a star to help us all realize that there are always things that we can look for around us that will help remind us that Jesus is here Jesus was born to be among us, and that we can, when we believe that Jesus is our Savior, He lives in us and we can know Him even better than we do today. So, going to be a fun series and way to share the Christmas story with our kids this year. Your social activity, you have bingo, and your each kid should be able to have a different bingo card. You also have a paper that looks like this. This is your calling card so that you can call all the bingo. And then you have prizes for each week. And this week we have tattoos that kids can take home as prizes if they get a bingo. Now, if you want to play regular bingo, you can play regular bingo. If you want to play a different kind of bingo, you can play different kinds of bingos. Really, just our social activities are for us to help build relationships with kids. And this is a fun way for us to talk about Christmas and get excited about Christmas. These are your bingo markers. So you have a little bit of everything ready for you. And then your small group activity, you have a bag full of goodies that smell really good. But I want you to start with the paper. What you're going to do is pass out a piece of paper to each kid, and I would pair them up or make groups of 3. You could even make groups of 4 if you wanted to. And the team of people that you give a piece of paper to are going to come up with a plan of something that they feel like they could build with marshmallows and toothpicks, and that they need to spend more time on their plan potentially than with their marshmallows and toothpicks. And then after they have come up with their plan, you can put out, there's some regular mini marshmallows and some gingerbread marshmallows and some toothpicks. And each team is going to try to build their structure. And then there's some great questions for you to consider there. Why are we focusing on a plan? Because God's plan all along was that Jesus would be that Jesus would come at the exact time He came, to the exact people He came to, in the exact place that God had told His people Jesus would be coming from. And so while sometimes many of us, and I know I'm one of those people, who don't enjoy being a part of a plan or having a plan for every detail, we can trust that because God has made this plan, and God made this plan long before anybody actually got to meet Jesus, that we can trust God's plans even now for us today. So that should be a fun activity. If your kiddos want to eat their marshmallows before they leave, they're welcome to do that. Be aware of food allergies. I'm looking for my star. And any other issues that people might have, or they can take their structure home. Again, there's a few marshmallows in your bag because you're supposed to team them up. If you need more marshmallows, please use what we have, and I will have extras that you can use if we run out of marshmallows, okay? And then your small group activity, your memory verse activity, each grade level is going to have a different color star. And these are the 5th grade stars. 4th grade, you'll have orange, and 3rd grade, you'll have green. And we made different colored stars so that when you are searching for these around the room, which could be fun in our crazy colored room, when you're searching for these around the room, then you know which color stars you're looking for. Now there's tape there too. If you want to tape it to different things around the room, you can do that. And then you can get the kids to put all of the words in order and then say the memory verse together. You'll also have a coloring sheet that each kid can take home with them so that they can remember the Christmas lesson that we're doing today. We have a lot of resources this series because we want to equip you as a small group leader, but more than that, we want to equip families with ways that they can bring and talk about Jesus through the Christmas season and not have to wait till they come to church to hear about that they can have different ways that they can talk about it throughout the season. In fact, there is a family worship guide that's available on our slat wall, on our website, in the Parkway app. If you wanted to use that, it would be a great way for you to focus your Christmas, everything you're doing in the Christmas season on Jesus this season. But I would also encourage you to mention it to the kids as their parents are coming to pick them up. So that they can look for that and find ways that they can talk about Jesus every day too. Thank you so much for leading. Come join us December 18th for our family Christmas celebration here at Parkway Victoria at 6:30 p.m. We will have lots of fun activities for everybody to be a part of. I look forward to seeing you guys, and I'll see you soon.